Now we come towards the question. Now in our this question, lambda is unknown. We have to find the value of lambda so that the two vectors 2i plus 3j minus k will be, and minus 4i minus 6j minus lambda k are parallel or they are perpendicular. So we have to find the value of lambda with assumption that two vectors are parallel and two vectors are perpendicular. So in order to have the solution, we first of all write the value of vector A, then we write the value of vector B. The value of vector A is 2i plus 3j minus k given in the question. And vector B is given as minus 4i minus 6j plus lambda k. Now, the first part is that they are parallel. When the vectors are parallel, like A and B are parallel to each other, if the condition is that A1 over B1 must be equal to A2 over B2 must be equal to A3 over B3. Now, when we speak A1, we write 2. For B1, we write 4. That is, the coefficient of I in the first vector is 2 and the coefficient of I in the second vector is minus 4. So, we have taken A1 over B1, that is 2 over minus 4. The same principle is adopted for A2 over B2 and A3 over B3. We found that the unknown in this equality is only lambda. So, if we take 2 over minus 4 or 3 over minus 6 or minus 1 over lambda, by calculation lambda is found to be 2 in all the three ratios. Now, the second part is that A and B are perpendicular to each other. That is possible only if the product of two vectors, that is A and B, is equal to 0. So, we have taken the two vectors and we have multiplied them. The two vectors are given to us, the vector A and vector B. So, we have again, in order to multiply, we have taken the coefficients of the I, coefficients of j and coefficients of k and multiplied together. And the unknown was lambda, which was found to be minus 26. Now, in the another question, we find that force is given as 3i plus 2j plus k newtons. When force is given, it means a vector is given because force is a vector. Vector has magnitude and direction. So, the vector is given as 3i plus 2j plus k. And as it is clear, I have explained earlier, I, j and k are the unit vectors along x-axis, the y-axis and the z-axis. So, this is the force given in newtons, acts on a particle. As a result, the particle moves with constant velocity. So, if force is not changing, the velocity won't change, and the value of the constant velocity is 2i plus j meters per second. We have to find the power applied by force. As I have explained earlier, the dot product of force and velocity is power. So, power will be the product of force and velocity. Force is constant and velocity is constant. Now, power is P and the dot product of F and V we have calculated. We will take the coefficients of I and multiply. Then we take the coefficients of J and multiply. And then we take the coefficients of K, that will be again 1 into 0. Now we put these coefficients and multiply these coefficients and add them, and the net result will become 8 Newton meter per second, and that is equivalent to 8 watts. So the unit of power is generally watts, the higher multiples are kilowatts, and the engineering unit is generally horsepower. 1 kilowatt is 1000 watts, and similarly 1 horsepower is 746 watts. Now our next question is, we have to find the angle made by vector A with x and y axis. So vector is only a single vector, I and j, where I and j are the unit vectors along x-axis and y-axis, and x and y are the two axes. To solve this question, we assume that vector A is equal to I plus j root 3. Now, in order to find the cos alpha, we first of all take ax, that is vector along x-axis, and we divide it by the magnitude of vector A. Similarly, second is cos beta, that is equal to the ratio of ay and a. Ay means vector along y-axis, and simply a is the magnitude of vector A. So we have to take the ratios. Now what we have to do? We have to find A. So we have taken the coefficient of I and the coefficient of j. We have squared them, then added, and then finally taken the square root. So power is 1 over 2. By calculation, all these numbers comes to be 2. It means that the value of A is found to be 2. So if you wanted to find a cos alpha, ax over A. So ax over A means 1 over 2 alpha, because alpha is 60 degrees. So cos 60 will be 1 over 2. Cos beta, that is ay, that is root 3 divided by 2, and that is possible if beta is 30 degrees.